Good morning, students. Let's begin our chemistry class. I welcome you all to your new standard, class 12th, and I will be going to teach you chemistry. In our chemistry, we have our first chapter as acids, bases, and salts. We are going to start this new chapter. Now let's study about acids first, then we will study about base, and then we will study about salts. There are many reactions which are very important according to board examinations, and you need to learn them by heart. Now what is an acid? So there are some properties of acid which we will be reading. This is a pH paper. The pH paper has 0 to 14 markings on it. The middle marking is 7. Whenever any solution has a pH of 7, it is neutral. Means it is neither acidic nor basic. Whenever a pH of a solution is between 0 to 7, that means it has a lower pH than 7, it is acidic. And when it has a pH between 7 to 14, it is basic or alkaline. So a acid is the one who has a pH less than 7. The next property is that it neutralizes the base. There is one important reaction which we are going to study, that whenever we combine acid and base, we get salt and water. Salt is neutral, that means we have got some neutral substance, and that means that base which has been neutralized by acid. The next is it forms H plus ions in the solution. Take for example HCl. When we dissolve it in water, we get H plus. So that is why we say that acids give hydrogen ions or H plus ions in the solution. The next property is that the corrosive reacts with metal. Now whenever we see any corrosion over on the metals, and when we put acid on that, the corrosion removes immediately. Or whenever we see whenever any metal is in contact with acid, it gets a corrosion. The corrosion is a type of reaction between metal and acid, because of which a layer of corrosion or rust has been deposited around the metal surface. So this is another property, that it causes corrosion of metals. The next is they are the good conductors of electricity. Whenever you connect a wire along with in between any acid solution is present, and whenever you try to pass the current and try to light the bulb will glow, because the acid solution will conduct and the electricity will pass through it. And the next one is that the acid tastes sour. Although we do not taste the acid, but if you come to know about lemon, whenever we taste lemon, the lemon tastes sour. Why? Because it has a citric acid, and that is the acid, that's why it tastes sour. Similarly, tamarind has tartaric acid. Now, as I already told you that acid forms H plus ions, so now whenever we take one acid, for example nitric acid, which is the formula is HNO3, when we react it with H2O, we get H plus ions, along with we get water, and we get NO3. So H plus ions and H2O form together H3O plus NO3 minus. So whenever we see over here, our final thing is first we take HNO3 and H2O, then we get the three compounds. These are the three compounds which we get, and finally this is our main compound which is required, and NO3 is also taken out. This compound shows that the acid generates the hydronium ions. Now let's discuss the next thing, weak versus strong acids. Now there are two type of acid students, weak students and strong acids. Now see how are they two related. Now take for example, we are taking over here weak and strong. So now weak versus strong. As I have already told you that the acids have the pH between 0 to 7. In that if we take intermediate, we get 3.5. So the one acids which have the pH between 0 to 3.5, they are more acidic than the one which have pH between 3.5 to 7. So these will be actually strong acids, and these will be actually weak acids. This is the main difference between the strong acid and the weak acid. So this we have studied. Now let's see, weak acids do not ionize completely, like acetic acid, boric acid, nitrous acid, phosphoric acid, sulfurous acid. So these all are the type of acids which do not ionize, means they do not give completely H plus ions. Now you need to run over here, as it is very important according to board examination point of view, the formula of acetic acid. The formula of acetic acid is 3S3COOH. And as we learned of nitric acid, it was HNO3. Similarly for hydrochloric acid, we have learned that it is HCl. Similarly, one more is there, that is for sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. These are some common acids which you need to learn. So strong acids ionize completely, like hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and hydroiodic acid also. So HCl and hydroiodic is HI. Now let's see some common acids which we come across in our daily lives, and this will be our last heading for today class. Now which type of common acids we see in our daily life? The first is hydrochloric acid, which is produced in our stomach. This is also called stomach acid. Although it is not that strong, it is a weak acid. The second is the H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, which is found in the car batteries. The third is HNO3, that is a nitric acid, commonly used in explosives. The next is HC2S3O2, or the another word which we can write over here is CS3COOH. This is the another word we can write for, or another formula we can write for HC2S3O2. And now over here these are acetic acid, and these are found in vinegar which we eat. H2CO3, this is a carbonic acid, and we find it in soda like Pepsi and etc. And in the last one, that is H3PO4, this is called phosphoric acid, and these are used in flavorings. Basically the acids which we come across are weak acids, but some strong acids like H2SO4, HNO3 are also present around us. Now this is all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.